Hi friends, today I am going to discuss about classification and properties of alkaloids. So alkaloids are classified into three types: true alkaloids, proto-alkaloids and pseudo-alkaloids. True alkaloids means they contain nitrogen in a heterocyclic ring and they are synthesized from the amino acids. Whereas proto-alkaloids, nitrogen is present in their side chain and they are synthesized from the amino acid. Examples are amino alkaloids, which are also called as proto-alkaloids. They can be colchicum and ephedra. Okay, and next pseudo alkaloids, which means nitrogen is present in the heterocyclic ring but they are not synthesized from the amino acids. Example: purine alkaloids, steroidal and diterpene. Alkaloids are coffee and tea, and for steroidal it is kurchi, and for diterpene it is aconite. Okay, these are the examples. And the next one is alkaloids. They are colorless and crystalline solid, but there are some exceptions: berberin, which is yellow, beta-aridin red, and sanguimarin, which is copper red. And some are amorphous, which is emmetin, and some are liquid volatile, which are nicotine, conin, and spartin, and liquid non-volatile, pilocarpine and hyoscine. So pilocarpine, the heterocyclic rings present are furan and imidazole. So it is very important. It has come in the exam in 1 year. Active constituents of alkaloids exist in two forms: alkaloid bases and alkaloid salts. So here we will see the solubility of them. Alkaloid bases are soluble in organic solvents except ephedrine, colchicine, ergometrin and caffeine, whereas alkaloid salts are soluble in water except quinine sulfate. And next is basicity. Here we will see under basicity primary amine, which is present in mescaline, and secondary amine ephedrine, tertiary amine atropine, and quaternary amine tubocurranin. So out of these, quaternary is more basic than tertiary, and next secondary, and next primary. Okay, here you can remember as meat. Okay, M for mescaline, E for ephedrine, A for atropine, T for tubocurranin. Next, optical rotation. It means the compound which has the ability to rotate the plane polarized light either to the left or right. If it rotates right, it means it is a dextro, D. Okay, and if it rotates left, it means levo. So all the alkaloids are mostly they are levo except quinidine and D-tubocurranin, which are dextro. Okay, and the next one is isolation, which is nothing but extraction of alkaloids, and the method used is Stas-Otto method. In this method, the separation is based on basic character and the solubility pattern of the alkaloids. Okay, in this method, first we have to treat the moistened drug with alkali. Then what happens? As the alkaloids are present in the form of alkaloid bases and alkaloid salts. So now we have to free the bases present in alkaloid salts. It means alkaloid salt means what? It consists of both acid and base. Okay, in the first step, we if this is the moistened drug, to this we have to add alkali. So what this alkali does, it reacts with the acid present in this alkaloid salt and set this base as a free. Okay, now it is free. Now to this we have to add organic solvent so that we can separate these free bases. Okay, this is nothing but Stas-Otto method. In COCATE, there is so much procedure. In this, these are the main points. Okay, first we have to moisten the drug with alkali, and then we have to set these bases free, and then we have to collect the free bases with the help of an organic solvent. That's it. It is nothing but Stas-Otto method. Okay. So after this Stas-Otto method, we have to subject the compound to the purification. In this purification, there are 4 methods. Okay, first one is crystallization. It is a very simple process, and in this, this method is not used for complex mixtures. Okay, only these 2 points we have to remember under crystallization. And the next one is steam distillation. In this method, we specially use compounds which are volatile, liquid volatile. So previously we have seen liquid volatile compounds, nicotine, choline and spartin. So these three are separated by steam distillation, and it is not suitable for high molecular weight alkaloids. Okay, that's it, it is steam distillation. And the next one is chromatography. It means we all know it includes TLC, HPLC, GC, and all. Okay, the purification is done by using those techniques. And the last method is gradient pH technique. Okay, so initially in Star-Soto method we have collected a free bases. So the free bases may contain strong bases and also a weak bases. So now we have to separate weak bases and strong bases. So now in gradient pH technique, what we'll do is, first the crude alkaloid mixture is dissolved in a 2% tartaric acid solution, and then it is extracted with the organic solvent which is benzene. Then in the first step we'll get a weak basis. Okay, that is I have written here. Initially we'll correct a weak basis, and in the next step further we have to increase gradually the pH by 0.5 increments up to pH 9. Okay, we have to gradually increase the pH up to pH 9. Then we have to extract that with the organic solvent which is benzene. Then we'll get the strong bases. Okay, so remember, initially we'll get very weak bases and finally we get strong bases. So that's it. This is the classification and the properties of alkaloids. Revise the examples frequently so that we'll not forget. We'll meet in the next video with the glycosides. Thank you so much for watching my video.